Hey there, I'm Dr. Richard Madow, co-founder of the Madow Center for Dental Practice Success, and I'm your host today on this episode of the Dental Practice Fixers podcast. So thanks so much for joining me. You know, dentists, we drive ourselves crazy, sometimes over the silliest things. And team members, you're not off the hook. You drive yourselves crazy too. Today, we've got a great letter from a listener that will kind of demonstrate exactly how we can drive ourselves nuts. And then some unbelievable mystery shopper calls. I pretend I'm a patient who needs about $6,000 worth of dental treatment, and I want to come to your practice. Will you open the door and let me in? Oh, you got to listen to find out what happened. It was actually unbelievable. I'm still shocked. I'm still amazed what happened in today's mystery shopper calls. So don't stop listening or watching if you're watching on YouTube right now. So let's get down to it. But first, I want to remind you, our incredible sponsor for the Dental Practice Fixers podcast for the last, several years has been Stacks by Fat Merchant. And we love them because they are the credit card processor you need to use in your office. You know, every schmo comes in and says, hey, I'm going to lower your credit card processing bill. I'm going to take out 0.0001% off. BS. Stacks by Fat Merchant just charges a low, flat monthly fee for your processing, not a percentage every time somebody whips out a credit card. Now, just to be clear, the percentage that you pay Visa, MasterCard, Amex, whatever, of course, that has to stay because that goes right through to the credit card company themselves. But your credit card processor is charging you a percentage, and Stacks doesn't do it. That's why we use them at the Madow Center. That's why we've recommended them to thousands of dental practices across the U.S. Just go to madow.com/save to check it out, madow.com/SAVE. And they'll let you know if they can help you. They'll let you know if they'll save you money. If not, they'll say, hey, keep using who you're using, but chances are they'll be able to save you money every single month on autopilot. So do it. Okay, let's get down to this week's episode. You know, this is going to be actually something that I recently put in the Madow Center e-letters. If you're not on our email list, please get on our list. Go to our website, madow.com, and fill out the little gizmo, whatever, to be put on our email list, because every week we send out about 4 to 6, maybe 7 sometimes, e-letters with all kinds of great practice building information. Also, we'll talk to you about our free webinars and any other thing we've got going, my seminar appearances all across North America. So go to madow.com, get put on the email list. Now, this is what I like so much. Not only did I send it out to our email list, but I'm going to talk about it on today's episode of the podcast. It's a letter we got from a reader. And here's what it says. It says, I recently completed some treatment on an elderly patient to the tune of around $3,600. They placed a payment on their credit card. Soon after they left, I got a notification that the charge had been canceled, or as we say here in Baltimore, canceled. I've been canceled. I contacted the patient, and he said the credit card notified him of a large charge, and since he didn't recognize the name, he didn't approve it. It was my name on the statement. Did he forget me so soon? Now it's costing me about $80 in fees to get this reversed. Do I have the right to charge that to the patient? Signed, Dr. No Name. So bottom line is, some patient came in, got $3,600 worth of treatment, and as many of us do, we have a filter set, so when our charge goes through over a certain amount, we get a notification. So this person got a notification from the credit card company. Is this your charge? They said no, don't approve. The charge got canceled. Now there's all kinds of red tape and BS, and it's going to cost the dentist about $80 to straighten this out. And they want to know, do they have the right? Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see I'm making those air quotes. Do I have the right to pass that $80 charge along to the patient? Well, Dr. No Name, do you have the right? Of course you have the right to do it, but that doesn't make it the right thing to do. That's a lot of rights there. You have the right, but it's not right. It's not the right thing to do, even though you have the right. So let's take it to the right and to the left and say, look at it this way. I always like this example because, in the U.S., if you're listening to this podcast in the U.S., you'll know what I'm talking about, but in most countries as well. We have what's called the right to free speech. It's guaranteed in our Constitution. We have the right to free speech, which means that let's just say that you're an employee of a company or a dental office, whatever. You have the right to go in and tell your boss that they're a jerk, they're an idiot, they're a schmohawk, you can't stand them, they're a loser. You have the right to do that. It's constitutionally guaranteed. But hey, that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences. And if you do that, I guarantee you the boss will exercise their right to fire you. So just because you have the right to do something doesn't mean that you won't have to put up with the consequences. And it's the same here. Do you have the right to charge this patient $80? Well, I guess so. You do. But does that mean it's the right thing to do? Absolutely not. I'm going to say just eat the $80 and get on with your life. I mean, this patient got lots of treatment and they made a stupid mistake. Well, we all make stupid mistakes, but why erase that goodwill? You go charge them the $80. They're going to tell people because it's such an annoying little petty thing to do. You can be sure they'll tell people. They probably won't come back to your practice. And if they're a little bit social media savvy, they could go in and slam you with a bad review. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to walk on eggshells all day worrying about getting bad reviews. But in this case, it's not worth the $80. Just suck it up. It's the cost of doing business. It's interesting. Dave and I have done dental seminars across North America for the last several decades. And invariably, sometimes in context, sometimes not, when we do a little Q&A or people are feeling good and they raise their hands and ask questions, somebody will raise their hand and say like, I've got a question for you. 3 years ago, this patient came in and I agreed to send them a bill and they stiffed me for $74.92. And I've tried to collect and it's just eating at me like crazy. What should I do? Should I call the FBI? I mean, geez, just forget it. We're talking about a tiny amount of money here. Let it go. I mean, if you want to, send them one of our statement of delinquency forms. They work. They're amazing. I didn't mean to do a promo for one of our products, but this is actually the original product that kind of got the Madow Center on the map over 30 years ago, believe it or not. Go to our website, madow.com, madow.com, and get some statement of delinquency forms and send them one if you want. There's a good chance they'll pay. But if they don't, just get on with your life, for Pete's sake. Patients are patients. They will do stupid things. If you can't put up with patients doing stupid things, you should not be in dentistry. And sometimes those stupid things inconvenience you or cost you a few bucks or frustrate you or drive you crazy. And very rarely we need to dismiss a patient from our practice. Not very often, very rarely we need to. But in general, the advice is, suck it up and move on, Joe. Don't let these patients drive you crazy. Just move on with your life. Have a positive attitude. Think about the patients that you're helping, the patients that you love, even patients that have made a stupid mistake that cost you time or money or frustration, whatever. We love them. We want them in our practice. We want to provide the best dental treatment possible for them. So just do it. Okay, now, and check out Madow.com again, madow.com. We've got all kinds of great stuff in there. We actually just refurbished or reverberated, whatever you want to call it. We just reverberated our website. So please go check out Madow.com right now. Since I'm kind of doing the Baltimore accent, right now, check it out right now. I know most of you are not from the Mid-Atlantic. You're from all over the world, but we do have a crazy, funny accent here in Baltimore. As a matter of fact, on the show, I think it was an HBO show, Mayor of Easttown. It was set in kind of a rural town near Philly where the accent's very similar. So that cracked me up. Good show too. Okay, our mystery shopper calls today along the lines of a patient who had to go in and pay a certain amount and question the charge. I did today's secret shopper calls about a crazy scenario. A patient knows they need 4 crowns to the tune of about $6,000. And they want to know if they can come to your office and if you'll let them do some kind of payment plan. Now, remember, picture the scenario. This is a brand new patient. We all love brand new patients. A brand new patient who wants 4 crowns. We love this patient even more. Of course, every single practice I called did their best to get them an appointment. Or did they? I don't know. Let's see. Let's go over here to Command Central and we'll go to call number 1. Let's hear it.
Can I help you?
Hey, yeah, I'm calling because my last dentist told me I needed 4 crowns. Do you do crowns at your office?
We do.
Yeah, and it was going to be about $6,000, and they didn't offer any kind of payment plan or schedule. Do you offer some kind of payment plan there?
We have discount and then payment plan. It's not extend. Oh, let me start. Are you a current patient?
I'm not.
Okay. Um, the payment plan is not extended. It's only extended for 2 months, like half when you come in and then half or 2 weeks or 3 weeks when you get the crown.
Okay, so if I had to pay like $6,000 for crowns, I'd have to pay 3,000 and then another 3,000 a few weeks later.
Uh, somewhat that. Let me. How many crowns would you needing? The doctor said.
Well, I mean, this is just for my last visit. They said 4 crowns.
Okay.
She's like busy calculating.
So if you're gonna get 4 crowns with us, that's with the discount, it's gonna be 51.30, and this is just for the crowns. Okay, nothing extra if you're needing anything. I'm sorry, you're getting 20% because you're a first timer.
Got it. Got it. What would some extra things be that I might need?
Maybe if the doctors need, or the crown, it's not enough structure, you would need a build up, meaning a permanent crown to build the tooth out before the crown is placed, and then
Hmm.
that is not included in the price that I'm quoting you right now.
I see. I see.
Or if the doctor, because you're coming in as a first timer, for the doctor to see you, so there's going to be an exam cost, and then if you have x-rays, that's great. If it's not, that's going to be x-ray that's needed to be done. That's separate.
I see. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for all that
You're
information. I
welcome. No
appreciate it.
problem. You're welcome.
Okay. All right. All right. Bye. I need 4 crowns. See you later. You don't even know who I am. Whew. She made a bunch of mistakes, including the biggest mistake. So we'll get to that. But first of all, this office, she didn't say anything about any kind of financing, like care credit, et cetera, which kind of shocked me because I know just about every dental practice these days offers some kind of outside financing program like care credit. So I went on their website expecting them to have it, and she just didn't know or didn't know what to say on the phone call. And sure enough, they had no outside financing options, which kind of blew me away. I don't know why somebody wouldn't have that, especially they're willing to give a 20% discount to a first time patient, but apparently they're not willing to take a much smaller hit than 20% and have the patient get outside financing where they get all the money up front minus much less than 20%. This made no sense to me. Now she went into all this stuff like, well, you may need more depending on the structure of the tooth, and you might need to examine X-rays. And I see where she was going, and I appreciate that she was trying to do full disclosure, because she did say what the fee will be for 4 crowns, and then she kind of backed herself up by saying, well, you may need more than this, you may need this, you may need that. So again, good thought, but why not just say, I'll tell you what, just so the doctor can see exactly what it is you need. Why don't you make an appointment to come in for an examination that would have covered all bases? And don't worry about the financing. Get the patient in for an exam. Maybe they'll love your practice so much that they'll be able to come up with a scratch. I mean, I don't know. She knew nothing about me, yet completely didn't offer an appointment, didn't offer anything. Um, and then, didn't get my contact information, nothing. I'm gone, lost and gone forever. Wow, pretty poor. And remember, this is somebody who wants 4 crowns. Okay, let's try another call. Could this trend continue? Let's see.
The dental practice of Dr. Your call may be recorded for training and quality assurance purposes. Thank you.
Oh, they're recording the call. They must be good, right?
Good morning. Thank you for calling the dentist. This is Alexis. How may I help you?
I have a question for you. I went to another dentist, and she told me I needed 4 crowns. Do you do crowns at your office?
We do.
Yeah, and it was going to be about $6,000, and I wanted to know if you offer any kind of payment options for that. If I, don't want to pay all that up front.
So with crowns, are you using any insurance or anything?
No, I don't have insurance.
Okay. So we do have 2 payment options here. One is London Club, and the other is Care Credit. Both are interest free, and they will take care of the bill for you, and then you will pay them back in monthly installments.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Mhm.
Do I have to apply or anything like that?
Yeah, we could do it here. Quick 3-minute application, probably less than that. We'll do it here. They'll let you know. As soon as you get approved, they'll take care of the bill. Then you'll start maybe 30, 45 days after.
Oh,
30
good
to.
deal. That sounds good.
Mhm.
Great. Well, hey, thank you so much.
No problem.
Okay.
All
Bye.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Come on now. You were so close. I don't know. Maybe you weren't that close. Okay. Well, first of all, they did offer payment plans. That's great. But this is really important. Pay attention to this. She said like they don't offer financing, but they do use Lending Tree and Care Credit, and you have to fill out an application, blah blah blah, and it's no cost to you. All right. I don't know. First of all, kudos to them. They're offering two different financing sources. That's great. But do you offer payment plans? The answer is yes. Do you think if you called a car dealership and said, "Hey, I'm really interested in this BMW X5. Do you offer payment plans?" They would say, "Well, we've got one is through BMW Finance and another one's through Bank of America's car." No, they would say, "Yes, of course we offer financing. We're a car dealership. Of course we offer financing." So do you offer financing? The answer is yes. Get them in. And I'm not suggesting that you lie to a patient or try to deceive them. We would never do that. But you do offer financing. So the answer to that question is yes. You could even say, we offer 12 months interest-free financing. So for example, if your charges were $6,000, that would be just $500 a month. No more detail needed then, and then get them in. Because the answer to all their questions is yes, you do crowns. You do offer financing. Now let's get them in the door. Please, please, please. She didn't even come close. Epic fail. Epic fail. Okay, let's do another one. This is so much fun.
Office.
Hi, question for you. I went to another dentist like about 6 or 7 months ago, and they told me I needed 4 crowns. Do you do crowns at your office?
Yes, we do.
Right. So they said it was going to be about $6,000, and they didn't really offer any kind of payment options. Would you do that at your office?
We offer Care Credit. So you would have to apply for that. But no, we don't really have like an in-office payment plan.
I see. But what is Care Credit?
It is it's basically like applying through it's a line of credit through Synchrony Bank. And you just apply for it like online. You can do it online, and it usually takes, less than 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see. Well, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. I don't get it. Similar mistake. Why be negative? Oh, we don't offer financing in our office. Now, we do have Care Credit through Synchrony Bank, come on, you do offer financing. You have an agreement with Care Credit to offer your patients financing. The answer is yes. Yes, we do offer financing in our practice. It's 12 months interest-free. Let's get you in here so the doctor can give you an examination and see if they agree that you need 4 crowns. Something. Come on, get them on the appointment book. Be positive. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. In this case, the answer was no. Okay, got a couple more quickies. Now, let's just play these because sometimes I just can't believe what I'm hearing when I call a dental office. Okay, let's go this one. Okay, call the office. You can hear them pick up the phone, but nothing else is happening. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon. Good morning. Can you hear me okay?
Is this the dental office?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm having a little bit of problems with my phone. Could you call right back?
Sure, I'll call you right back. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
In other words, I am never calling you back. What the heck was going on there? I called a legitimate functioning dental office, fumbling around for 20 seconds. I'm having trouble with my phone. Can you call back? No, I'm sorry. Incompetent, never calling back. Can it get better? Yeah, let's hear this one last one, and then we'll sign off for the week. And please be sure to check out Madow.com, Madow.com. Again, we just redid the website, all kinds of great stuff in there. You can see about the different ways that we can help your dental practice. Okay, let's go over here to Command Central and play this crazy call.
Help you.
I've got a question for you. My last dentist, who I don't really want to go back to, told me that I needed 4 crowns. Do you do crowns in your office?
No, we don't, sir.
You don't do crowns? What kind of dentist is this?
The general dentist?
But you don't do crowns?
No, we don't. Our lab just got closed a week ago.
So what do you do if a patient needs a crown?
We refer them out. We don't accept anybody who needs crown right now because our lab just gave us a notice that they're not doing. So we're trying to find a lab right now.
So you used to do them, but you don't do them anymore?
Yes.
And you can't find a
We're
new
looking
lab?
for a lab. Yeah.
Oh,
So
is it really that hard to find one?
Yes.
It's hard to find a lab. Okay, I understand. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Oh, man. To quote John McEnroe, you cannot be serious. Do I even need to make a comment? What is wrong with this office? They can't find a lab? I get 50 marketing pieces for labs every single day. I mean, geez, you can't even find a temporary lab for a patient that needs 4 crowns? Think. Come on, man. Dentists. I know most of you are great, but sometimes we drive ourselves nuts and we can be our own worst enemies. That call was ridiculous. Let's just leave it at that one for this week. Thanks so much for listening to the Dental Practice Fixers podcast. If you want to contact me personally, I'd love to hear from you. My email is rich, R-I-C-H, @Madow.com. And when you have a second, go give us a good rating on Google or iTunes or Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, Spotify, wherever you're listening to us. I hope to see you again soon. I'm Dr. Richard Madow, co-founder, along with my brother, Dr. David Madow, of the Madow Center for Dental Practice Success. Thanks for being with me. Talk to you soon.